Yo, how come no one goes Kraken on Katarina actually? Now, just to be clear, if some people didn't know, many of her abilities do actually apply on hit effects such as her W, E, ultimate, what have you. And so, how do you even use this Kraken and why is it great? Look, check this out. It's just an eye check, guys. So, I know that I didn't add, of course, like any type of MR or armor on the champion, but it's really just an eye check. Look, you attack twice a minion, then you're gonna completely go in, and you're gonna get bunch of Kraken procs. So for example, ideally, if you can, of course, get 2 procs of Kraken from a minion, and so watch out how many procs can a ultimate give. Quite a lot. Now, random crits are good, if you get here and there some random crits, but you can see it with our eyes, this hurts, right? This actually hurts quite hard due to the on-hit effect she can. So even though her ult does actually deal reduced on-hit damage, right? It's still quite a lot, you know? It's still quite a lot, because it also gives you like 1 proc around the end. Now, okay, Gaby, what the hell do you build after Kraken? Now, after Kraken, if you need some more HP and target access, it's totally fine. If you actually go for Hextech Protobelt, that's totally fine. If you need some more HP and more target access, totally can go for that. Now, arguably, if you're gonna go for an AD build, like complete AD build, which is not completely wrong, you could go Divine Thunderer if you wanna have a bit more anti-tank stats and all and all. But if you wanna hard snowball, some people would go Queensoin here. So look, it does actually give 60 on hit attacks, some AP, attack damage and all and all. But if we compare it a little bit to the Nashor Tooth is supposed to deal more damage. My reasoning behind of that is simple, it provides way more AP, more attack speed, and the on-hit effect. Now I wouldn't even like recommend. The issue with Winso is it's a mythic and it doesn't provide HP, so you're gonna be turbo squishy. That's why it's not like something I recommend. So they're gonna have approximately the same damage, Guinso and Nashors, but the issue with Guinso is, as I said, it's a mythic and you want to get a HP mythic, otherwise you may be too squishy. And so overall your damage is actually quite nice with this build, right? Like your damage is quite nice. This is especially good into matchups like Galio and Kassadin and what have you. And compared to other builds, such as if you could go for the average Proto belt and you know, you go for your average Proto belt and whatever build, you know, how's it called, Proto belt Nashors. The issue with that build is you're not that great actually at getting like camps, like jungle camps such as Rift Scuttle or even Drakes. While with this build you're arguably faster, and I know that the cooldown is on, but that's not my point, of course. My point is just to showcase it that you're gonna have a massive amount of DPS in this because of the Kraken, while also it's a bit smoother to steal other camps as well, such as Blue, which you weren't like the best at doing, right? So it gives you like different type of allowances, of course, which normally Protobelt wouldn't really provide you, right? Now is there something else? Now, again, I'm not sure pushing wise if Protobelt would give more pushing power towards towers, but I do feel like Kraken would, or Nashor to second, of course, so that's that. And then as a third item, again, you can get Hextech Protobelt, Divine, Riftmaker. I'm not sure how to feel about it, I'm not a big fan of. If you wanna go AP and you face lots of like tanky champs, maybe it gives a nice amount of omnivamp, which is like very nice. I'm not a big fan of usually, but into like many melee champs, this type of bruisers, maybe you would go for this. But the issue is that this item procs so late that into squishes it's never recommended. So often if you even if you want to go for this, you sort of have to like queue in, linger around a little bit, and then go in when it's about to proc. Because otherwise you can get your whole combo off and you got borderline no value out of Riftmakers, so I just gonna say I'm not a big fan of. Then, okay, what the hell do you get? You could go something like this. Depends, if you want a side lane, you could also arguably go Heartbreaker really easily. Depends what do you wanna do. It also allows you to 1v9 dive into the enemy comp. Depends what you wanna go for, of course. You can go Rabadon Zanyi some games, and then as a finisher you can get Void Staff if you really need some, of course, like Pen. That's like definitely recommended item on Katarina. Now at this stage of the game, some people would say it would be great to sell Kraken because it's not an AP item. It's not. It scales with both with AD and AP, of course. So we can see it deals up to 1k damage actually, because it does scale with a lots of AP and AD. So your late game combo gonna be something like this. You go in, and we see that you deal quite a lots of damage out of all of your items, right? That was a lot of damage. Right? Those are bunch of procs there, right? That's it for now, guys. Have a nice day.